welcome to this month's empties. It's a little bittersweet because it means it's time to retire the headband. However, it has definitely let me down this month. I was wishing for thunderstorms and rain, and all we really got was snow. Hopefully next month we'll do a little bit better with, the nature of the headband, you actually suiting the weather, but I'll try not to complain too much. I also get right into it today because I got quite a lot of empties to share with you, and unfortunately also quite a few purchases. So let's start with makeup. I won't go into too much detail about this. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Brush number 23. I was applying my foundation with this. I can't get this clean. I have tried multiple times, so it's time to retire it. And as for if I would repurchase it, unfortunately this is discontinued, so doesn't really matter. The second makeup product I have is also the last makeup product, and I would 100% repurchase this one. It is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I had it in the shade Black Brown. I would get it in black as well. However, I would not get it in the waterproof black. 100% no. Just the original. If you're looking for a waterproof formula, I would look elsewhere because it's been awful so far, but the original 100% would repurchase. I found this didn't clump, didn't run, and the only time I really had to worry about it smudging was when I cried, and that's really what you want in a regular mascara, aside from the crying part, but it happens. On to skincare. There's no order of this product. I'm just kind of like grabbing and going to hopefully kind of get through this pretty quick. I actually ended up using 6 of my Mingxir Compact Sheet Masks. My goal every month is 5. I use these to use up my toners and then to also use up the leftover serum in a sheet mask pack. So the only way I would repurchase these is that if I still had a lot of toner and a lot of sheet mask left at the end of it. Otherwise, these have served their purpose and I'm super happy for them. A product I would 100% repurchase. This is the Isn't Spot Saver Mugwort Powder Wash. My favorite is the Hyaluronic Acid Powder Wash, but unfortunately it's been discontinued, and this was number 2, so I guess now it by default is number 1. I find it froths up really well, it washes my face really efficiently, rinses away effortlessly. What more could you really want? Just to let you know, I don't think they come in the little sachets anymore. It now actually comes in a bottle with a lid, which is a bit better because then you can also put it in your shower and a lot easier to travel with too. 2 little sachets here quickly. Dr. G's 3D Vitamin C Niacinamide 5% Booster Serum. I can't really say much. Vitamin C takes more than 3 uses to form an opinion on, so it spread nicely on the skin is all I can really say, but unfortunately didn't use this long enough to really form an opinion. However, the Round Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Cleanser is a decent cleanser if you're looking for something simple. Like, it washes your face, it cleans everything off, rinses away effortlessly, doesn't really have a smell, kind of frost rather than foam, so pretty basic, and if that's what you're looking for, great. However, I like a little bit more fragrance to mine, I like a little bit of an experience, so this one just wasn't for me. Worst cotton rounds that I have tried. These are the 4 Pro Professional Collection Premium Cotton Rounds, and we clean our dog's ears with these. I clean my nails with them, like they're multi-purpose, and these rip so easy. And then the other thing is that the bottom of the bag always comes open, so when you pick it up, sometimes they all just fall out. So wouldn't buy this brand again. I enjoyed this moisturizer, but unfortunately the size of it is too small for me, and I don't like the idea of having to constantly repurchase it, even if it is a refill package, because it's still a lot of plastic waste. This is the Haru Haru Wonder Centella Phyto and 5 Peptide Concentrate Cream. So this is, like I said, a nice moisturizer, just they need to come out in a bigger size or else it's just environmentally not really worth it. The one that I will be repurchasing for sure is the Miriam May Ida Benone Blackberry Intense Cream. I actually went through 2 of these this winter. This was kind of like it said, an intense cream, but it didn't feel heavy, which was the nice part. So you got the intense bit of moisture, you got that comfort, your skin never felt tight or dehydrated, all around like this. And like I said, I went through 2, so clearly would repurchase. I'm a little bittersweet right now about this product. This is Pharmacy's Very Cherry Clean. I used to say I love Pharmacy. Their cleansing balm is 100% my favorite. And then I tried the unscented or unfragranced one, and it's been turning out to be an absolute nightmare. So the Very Cherry Clean turned out to be okay. It worked similar to the original. It's just the scent was more kind of like an amaretto cherry than an actual cherry, and that's the only thing I don't like. So I wouldn't reach for this one based 100% on the scent alone, but I would avoid the unscented one with a 10-foot pole. I kind of wish I didn't use this one up so quickly. It's the I'm From Mugwort Essence. This one felt really calming and really soothing and hydrating on the skin. I did make little toner pads out of this one, and I absolutely love them, and I'll for sure be buying this for the winter coming up next year. Sorry to say that already. We still have snow, so saying next winter just sounds absolutely awful at this point, but this will definitely be coming back in my collection. Unlike the Rovectin Skin Essentials Activating Treatment Lotion, this is going to be the first bottle I buy and 100% the last bottle I buy. This is a hyaluronic acid. It's like a serum and a toner kind of had a baby. It's like that thick kind of like toner consistency, but it's kind of sticky, and I don't really like hyaluronic acid products to start with, but I also don't like sticky products, so this is a definite no. I love powder washes, so I also had to try the Tuso Wuong Enzyme Powder Wash. This is discontinued, but I would say probably for a reason. The granules were very harsh and didn't kind of, what do you call that, dissolve nicely, and so you got little bits of like sharp pieces, and it also smelled like laundry detergent, so even if it wasn't discontinued, it would be a no. I got this product in my advent calendar, else I probably wouldn't have bought it, and I wouldn't repurchase it. It's the VT Mild Riedel Shot 50. I ended up using this on my body because it made my skin itchy when I put it on my face or on my neck, so definitely not a product for me. A product that 100% surprised me, it's the S Nature Super Aquagel Oasis Ampule Mask. This was the first sheet mask that I was like, I actually kind of like this. It is a very jelly, hydrating consistency, but also the sheet mask itself paired nicely with the gel itself. So it just like, the whole experience was just super soothing, very hydrating, and yeah, I really like this. However, you cannot reconstitute a sheet mask or like the compact sheet mask with the gel in here. It is just way too thick. The Takobo Cotton Soft Sunstick would be a no repurchase for me, just because I use this around my eyes and it burned, and so any sunscreen around my eyes that burns is 100% automatically a no. And then when I tried to use this on my body, it worked a lot better, but it still kind of like tugged on certain areas, which could be the fact that I live in a cold climate, so these things don't warm up as fast as they probably would if you're somewhere warmer. But it's just like, didn't feel nice on my face, didn't feel nice on my body, and burned my eyes. The Make Prem UV Defense Me reminded me a lot of my favorite sunscreen from Vanilla Co, the Hello Sunny Aqua Sun Essence, and I was super excited for that until it burned my eyes, because this was so much cheaper than that one, and I was like, finally a more affordable version, and then it burned my eyes, and I was like, maybe it was just a one-off. Tried it again, burned my eyes, and yeah, unfortunately I was able to make it through the product, but it's definitely not a replacement for my Vanilla Co. The Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Airfit Sun Cream Plus felt nice putting it on the skin. It definitely was a little bit of a thicker sunscreen, so this one was kind of nice in winter because it had that kind of like moisturizing thick property to it. But holy, is there a white cast with this product, and I am like a tan piece of paper, so for me to say there's a white cast, you know it's bad. And the last product in the skincare category is my Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm Lip Treatment in Cocoa Kiss. These feel really nice, they apply really nice, unless you do a little too much, then it gets a little goopy on your lips, but I just, $40 for a lip treatment, I can't do it. Unfortunately, it's a no from me. If you have the excess money, they are nice, but $40 for a lip balm? No. We are now on to body care. The first thing I'm grabbing is the Minimalist Glycolic Acid 8%. I did enjoy this, however, there is a brand available at a place here called Shoppers, which is similar to like CVS and whatnot, and they have a glycolic acid 7% that is twice the size of this one and half the price of this one. So it's just like, unfortunately, this is now a no from me because it's a no-brainer to go with the bigger, cheaper one. However, if you were looking at this product, it was a good product. If you watch any of my skincare related project panning, obviously you know this is a repurchase because I've repurchased it multiple times and I have repanned it multiple times. This is the Eucerin Complete Repair Plus. Both my partner and I use this. Absolutely love it. Really great if you have dry, cracked feet like he does in his condition. Really good if you have KP like in my condition. So just overall, absolutely love this. I don't even know what bottle we're on at this point. This was a hotel soap. It was the Temptation Slippery When Wet, and it worked like a bar soap. So if I got to have to use this one again, great, but it's not something you can go purchase. However, the experience was kind of what you would expect out of using a bar soap. Washed my hands, felt great. rinsed away effortlessly. Yeah, which I think is good because I think I have one more in my collection. The Aveeno Common Restore Daily Gel Moisturizer I probably wouldn't buy again just because I didn't find it enough for my skin. I ended up frankening this product with the actual 2 next products to come, so I might as well talk about them all together. So I went in and I added a whole bottle, I don't know why, but of Now Solutions Vegetable Glycerin to give it a little bit more oomph. And then we had an expired thing of Biofreeze Gel Menthol Pain Relief. Threw that in there as well, and then I also put in some rosemary essential oil, and all products together were actually enjoyable. Felt really great, enjoyed it spread really nicely. It did have a little bit of a cooling effect. Obviously, like a huge scent of rosemary, which is not my favorite, but I learned that the hard way. However, yeah, it was enjoyable once I mixed everything, but separately, I probably wouldn't repurchase these for separate uses. On to hair care, I have one product that I would repurchase and one product that I am happy it's gone and never seeing it in my collection ever again. So to start on a good note is the Unite Blonde shampoo. I say this every time, you're probably sick of it. It smells delicious, like grape candy. Absolutely love this. I didn't think it was doing much for me until the end of the bottle, and I was like, you know, I think it's doing more than I gave it credit for. So it's either that or I just talked myself into it because of the grape scent, but it's in my collection again because I did repurchase a new one, and this is the empty one. The product that would never come back is the Kenra Sugar Beach Sun Cream. I think this might work well if you live in a humid environment because it needs some like beachiness and saltiness to kind of work with it in order for it to actually like give you some texture and give you some waves. However, I live somewhere dry, far away from the ocean, and this just made my hair kind of goopy and awful. And do not cut it open unless you plan to use it like right away. It's not one of those products you can cut open and like slowly go through it. It does start to form a film on it, and then it'll leave white pieces in your hair. And so unfortunately it did end up decluttering, I would say, about the last 15% of this product. So it's officially now gone, but I did use most of it. On to fragrances, I have one that I would repurchase. This is the Flower Bomb Nectar by Viktor and Rolf in the travel size. I've come to the conclusion that I hate the taste of star anise and things like licorice. However, in a perfume, I don't mind them as notes. So I actually kind of miss this in my collection, and I would consider repurchasing it if my fragrance collection wasn't as crazy as it is. Another product that I would actually consider repurchasing, but unfortunately this one is discontinued. This is the Amika Signature Room Fragrance. I brought this into 50 Shades of Black last year, being like, oh, I just gotta find a reason to use this product up and get it out of my collection. And then I ended up really enjoying it, and I actually kind of miss it. So funny how that kind of worked. It sat there for years untouched, and then finally I used it. I'm like, this is actually pretty good, and now I can't get it anymore. So that's 100% all my fault. This is the rosemary oil I was talking about earlier in that body lotion, so this is gone. I wouldn't repurchase it just because I'm not a rosemary scent, but as for essential oil itself, it mixed in with products fine. It had a really potent scent, so if rosemary is your thing, the Aura Cassia brand, not too bad. Kind of a similar one with this. This is Radha Beauty Tea Tree Essential Oil. Tea tree is also not my scent, but this was potent. It mixed well with things. So I would say again, if you're looking for a tea tree essential oil, this one wasn't that bad. But for me, it's a no just because I don't like tea tree. This one I do believe is also discontinued. It is the Passion Fruit Home Fragrance Oil from The Body Shop. Smelt delicious, like exactly like passion fruit, like you'd want it to. Unfortunately, I went through this a little fast because I tried using it on its own without pouring it into the roller ball, and that was a mistake. So if you're like me and you're using essential oils on your body, maybe put it on or put it in a roller ball so you don't end up overusing it. But I probably wouldn't repurchase this one anyways, even though I enjoyed the scent, unless I was maybe like mixing it into a Franken lotion or something. And the roller ball that I reused multiple times that I actually ended up emptying in January, but because I reused it so many times, I have never included it in an empties video. So I purposely put it aside so I could show it today and finally, you know, give it the rest it deserves. This is the Sage Sleep Well Restful Sleep Remedy. I thought this smelled great. Like, it kind of had a mix of like lavender and chamomile. and whatnot. It also kind of smells like tea tree oil now, thanks, because I mix tea tree oil in here too, and I really enjoyed this. However, my problem is these are dang expensive. Like, you're paying for the brand mostly in this case, and in my That's Expensive project pan, I actually learned that sage is more expensive per ounce than a Givenchy perfume, so I wouldn't repurchase just because it's unaffordable to me right now, but I definitely enjoyed the smell of this product, and I am going to continue to use this rollerball until I run out of things to fill it up with. Last two empties I have, you're probably like a sigh of relief right now, and they're both toothpaste. I'll start with the one I didn't like, which is the Sensodyne whitening toothpaste. I thought it was just mouthwash that caused my mouth to peel if I overused it, but apparently Sensodyne does that to my mouth as well. So I brushed my teeth with it one time, and I woke up the next morning and I had like little peely bits. So it's 100% a no for me. However, my partner uses this and loves it. So if you have a sensitive mouth, I would say no, but if you don't, then, you know, and you have sensitive teeth, maybe it's a good one for you. And the last product I have, unfortunately, is a kid's toothpaste that I'm not the biggest fan of. This was the Rise Well Mineral Paste in Cake Batter. The toothpaste itself felt perfectly fine. Like, it left a little kind of like grittiness on, gritty is not the right, there was a texture on your teeth that kind of like, until it went away, you knew like, oh, I'm not going to drink any water, like it's settling kind of thing. So it was a nice indicator in that sense, but it went away if you drank it because it rinsed it away, right? It's just the taste of this. It was supposed to be cake batter, but it tasted like 100% artificial alcohol-based cake batter. Like, the taste was just a no. Now on to purchases. I did something that I don't usually do, which is I purchase from every category I have in my spreadsheet. It doesn't usually work out that way. Usually it's like skincare or maybe skincare and body care, but no, I got a little bit of everything this month. So let's start with makeup. This is my current foundation that I'm using, and if you look close, you can see that we're kind of at the bottom there. So when my foundation went on sale, I did just pick up a replacement. So that's the only thing I purchased for makeup this month. Skincare is definitely the area that I went a little bit overboard. At the beginning of the month, there was actually one product that I was like, okay, I could replace this, and so I got a couple. And then near the end of the month, there was a product that I was like, okay, I need to replace this, so I got a couple as well. And then it just kind of exploded from there. So to start with the freebies, I did get a sample of Abib. This is a heart leaf Teca capsule serum, so that'll be fun to try. I also got a Dr. G niacinamide 10% BHA and zinc booster serum, and then we stayed at a hotel recently that had free makeup removers. Usually I'm not a makeup wipe person, but I was like, you never know when you need these, and you can technically use them on your body as well. On to the products that I actually was meaning to purchase. The first one was the 9less 10% azelaic acid serum, and I did get two of these because I knew I would go through them pretty quickly, putting them both in my AM and PM skincare. So I purposely went out to get these, along with, it wasn't necessarily this product here, but a similar product to this one, and this was the one that I settled on. It was the Medicube Kojic Acid Turmeric Pads. They also have 3% glycolic acid. This one's going to replace the toner pads that I'm currently working on, which I only have a little bit left. So also in the skincare category that I just don't have with me yet because I ordered them online and they haven't shown up quite yet, I did buy the Benilico Clean It Zero, and this one is in the shade fragrance style of brightening, and it looks like it smells like mandarin oranges, so I'm really excited about that. I really miss the Vita Pumpkin that smelled like cucumber, so I'm hoping this one will be its new replacement. I did also buy the Kose Speedy Oil Cleanser. I've heard great things about this. I have yet to find an oil cleanser that actually takes off all my makeup, and apparently this one has great reviews. So I'm really excited for trying this one. And the last product that I bought that unfortunately is not in my collection yet is the Heimish All Clean, and this one is also in the mandarin scent. As you can see, I kind of like my more citrusy, like vibrant sort of scents. So I can't wait for these ones to come in because my current pharmacy one is 100% just letting me down. On to the things that just kind of found their way into my cart. The first one is a backup of the Numbuzin NAD Plus Lifting Sil Essence. I really enjoy this. I can't really speak on the long-term effects of this one. I just know it's really moisturizing. It feels really great on my skin. And if it wants to give me long-term stuff, you know, I'll be happy for that. But I like the short-term effects of this product as well. I did get 2 replacement products. This one I have a little bit left. This is the Round Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Wash Off Pack. I don't treat this as a wash off pack, I treat it as a leave-on moisturizer, and it is perfect for my skin, especially in winter, but also after tretinoin night. I've noticed since I started using this, I peel a little bit less, I'm less sensitive, so it's like I don't ever want to be without this, but I also think it's going to be a very heavy product for the summers. And then the last product that I also repurchased was the New Skin Resolution Gel Mask. I had a mini of this that I used up and I really enjoyed it. The product that I bought in place of it is not quite the same. I ended up getting a clay mask, and clay doesn't work really well with my skin. I didn't realize it was clay at the time because clearly I didn't put enough, research into it, so I'm happy to have this one in my collection. Then the last product I bought for skincare, I saw this one on Amazon and I was like, oh, this kind of sounds similar to the Access Y. It's a bit more affordable. It's the Tony Moly I'm Green Tea Hydro Boost Morning Mask. So we'll see how this one stacks up against the Access Y, and if I can find something a little bit more affordable, that would be great. And the last product was actually a free gift with purchase. This was Purito's TXA 6-niacinamide 10 retinol serum. So always nice to get a freebie with your orders. On to body care. I did only buy one thing in this category, and it's from IREV, and it's a urea 60% cream with salicylic acid. I'm just curious how this stacks up against the 40%, and I am very close to finishing the 40%. So that is why I picked up this one. And the last 4 products I have in this category were also hotel freebies. The first one, and like the brand is a brand that I know, they used to carry this at the Sephora, so I kind of got excited when I saw it in our hotel room, but it's Malin and Goetz, and it's the Vitamin B5 Body Moisturizer. And then they also had the Rum Bar Soap. And so when housekeeping came around, they're like, oh, do you need anything? And I'm like, would I be able to get some more soap? So they gave me 2 more. So yeah. As for hair care, I did repurchase a new Unite Blonda shampoo because I did just use it up this month and I have no other purple shampoo in my collection. So that's why I picked up this one. These last couple of products I definitely didn't need right now, but I probably would have purchased them in the future, and I think I just got excited and purchased them sooner than I needed them. The first one was the Pure Essential Rest and Relax Essential Oil Blend. I really got in the habit of putting this in a roller ball and then rolling it on my feet at night and putting on cream, and I liked the routine of it, and I just wanted to make sure I had some for when my current one runs out. And the last 2 fall under the miscellaneous category, and this one I got super excited about. I get excited about kid toothpaste because I always find that they come in fun flavors, and this one is natural marshmallow flavor. So when I saw that, I'm like, I definitely gotta try that. So I have a couple of expired toothpaste that I'm trying to get through now, and once that is gone, I'm happily gonna be breaking this one open. And speaking of expired toothpaste, I'm a little bit worried that it might be the fluoride that kind of deems inactive when it comes to them. So I did pick up a kid's fluoride rinse as well in the flavor of strawberry. So that way, just in case the fluoride isn't active, at least I'm still getting my protection. So that is it for purchases and empties this month. And the big question really is, did I buy more or did I use up more? So I am happy to say that we emptied 41 products this month at a value of $608.63. But we did purchase 26 products at a value of $302.95. So that means we are definitely on the right side of this. I used up 15 more products and I used up a value of $305.68 more this month. I thought I would share totals with you as well, and so to let you know, year to date we have used up 22 more products than we've brought into the collection, and this is the one that kind of blew my mind. I have used up $1,167.02 more of products than I have brought into my collection this year. So that is super exciting. I hope it stays this way throughout the whole year, but it's still a long ways to go, but I'm going to be hopeful that I don't really get into a shopping habit. I definitely don't want to do that. You already saw that I kind of went a little overboard on certain products, so gotta be a little bit careful with that. But that is my update for this month. It's bittersweet because now it's time to retire the headband and get a new one. Hopefully the new one will be a little bit more true to nature, but I guess we'll have to see. So thank you for checking in with me. I really appreciate you watching this video, and until the next one, I hope the day treats you well. Bye.